My name is Phil Brosnan. I'll do the webinar today. We're just going to go through a little bit of background on Finit Solutions and who we are. And then we'll get into the main part of the presentation. Okay. Finit was founded in 2002. We've got approximately 75 employees spread all throughout the country. We used to be predominantly Midwest and East Coast, but we're actually starting to get a lot more people in Texas and Florida and some other locations. So really we're spread out across most of the country, at least east of the Rockies. Really focus on two predominant areas. One is the Hyperion EPM space, so planning, S-base, HFM, many clients, many successful projects, including several very large EPM projects and large HFM projects in North America. We also focus on OneStream. So OneStream is a relatively young company, but regardless, Finit already has 15 OneStream clients, and Finit was the partner in the implementation of the first 3 live OneStream customers, which were AAA, Guardian, and Henniges. So even though OneStream is a relatively new company and relatively modern and cutting-edge technology, we still probably have, I would estimate, 25 to 30 man-years of experience across our OneStream team. So in addition, we really are the market leader in Hyperion's ARM product, which is part of the financial close module, and we really are the leader in the FDM space, and a good portion of our 75 employees are focused, the ones that are focused on the Hyperion side. We have a good contingent in the FDM space. So really a question in terms of why does Finit exist? So why is Finit here? You know, are we just another consulting company? And we're really not. It may sound odd, but it's not, you know, revenue growth that drives us. It's not, you know, making the company more valuable so we can be purchased by somebody. That's not why Finit exists. Finit exists to really partner with clients and customers to deliver personalized financial reporting solutions. We're not going to build cookie cutter stuff. We're going to listen, analyze, understand your business, and really build personal solutions that meet your organization's needs. We're not high-level strategic, we'll just tell you what to do and then walk away. We're doers. We're makers, we're doers. We roll up our sleeves. We work person to person, team to team. You know, it's not business to business. It's person to person. So part of the way we can achieve that is Finit is really run like a family. So we invest in our employees. The owners are actively involved in the business. You know, most of the partners are on the road at clients, doing design sessions, running project status meetings. They are actively involved in everything that we do. We're not owned by some private equity. We're not heavily laden with debt. We run this like it's a family business, and the family is deeply involved. So that means that there's a lot of long-term stability. You know, everybody who works for you on a project from Finit is a Finit employee. We don't just sell stuff and then go figure out how to staff it with external subcontractors like some of our competitors do. We really focus on Finit employees and partnering with you. And kind of to that end, you know, our compensation model, the way I'm compensated as a consultant, is really based off how successful you as a client are. It's not based off billable hours or any other sort of metric. It's based on client satisfaction. And part of the way we measure that client satisfaction is we ask ourselves, we rate ourselves, and we ask you as the client to provide feedback on our consultant in terms of the services they provide, the solutions they create, and the way they make you and your organization better than you were before we came in. So again, it's not about, you know, how much we can bill or how much new sales we can generate. It's about how satisfied you are with the solutions and the service that we deliver. So what we're going to talk about today is basically some pieces of OneStream functionality that you might not be using, but maybe you should. And a lot of these webinars, or this was actually originally a presentation done at OneStream's Splash user conference. And lots of presentations really are awesome, and they give you great ideas, and maybe they're just, I don't want to say generic, but you know, they kind of, it's what somebody else did, and they might be very inspiring, but frequently you can't necessarily take what they did and directly put it into your system because it's just not comparable. They're in a different business line. The concepts may be good, but there's not a lot tangible. Okay, so what we wanted to do here instead was just focus on some very, very tangible pieces of functionality that you can just pick up and plug into your solution. Okay, so some of this you may already be familiar with, some of it you may already have in your solutions, some of it you may see and say, no, I like that, but not relevant. But my hope is that there's at least a few things you see in here that you say, oh, I didn't know it could do that. And you know, at least one, if not more than one, that you say, yep, I could use that in our solution, or I can see where that would benefit our organization if we were to implement OneStream. So we'll try to get through as many of the 10 as we can in the time that we have. Hopefully we can at least touch on all of them without rushing too much at the end. So we'll kind of talk about the first thing is member lists. So whether you've used the Hyperion suite or whether you've used OneStream, you have the ability through reasonably lengthy rules to write member lists, where you can write code that will go out and loop through metadata and give you back a list of members that meets certain criteria. Okay? It's reasonably complicated. It's not bad. All the accounts, whatnot. Actually, because they use in member filters, they use what are called member expansions. And member expansions lets you say things like net income dot base to give me all the base accounts that roll into net income, or you know, balance sheet dot children, and the immediate children of balance sheet might be assets and liabilities. Okay, so they have these member expansions. One of the member expansions is a dot where clause. With a dot where clause, I can basically, it's almost like a where clause in a SQL statement where I can say, yep, give me all of the base entities, but only give me the ones where the currency is not US dollars. I get a list of all of my foreign entities, okay? Or give me a list of all of the entities where is IC equals true. I now have a list of all my intercompany entities, okay? The really nice thing is all of the user-defined dimensions, all the ones that you as an administrator or a consultant can control, all of them have 8 text fields available to you. You can use those text fields for whatever you want. So we might take all of our cost centers in the UD1 dimension, the user-defined one dimension, and we might use the text1 to tag what the function of that cost center is, and then we can create a member list that basically says, give me all of the cost centers where the text1 field equals HR. Okay? And we can combine those together as well. So there's 8 user dimensions, user-defined text fields in each dimension, so use them. Okay? Got a screenshot here, but we'll just see if we can go into the system. My connection holds here, and we'll just show you a couple of these. So if I were to look at my metadata, I have a whole bunch of entities. I'll just do it over here. So I've got a whole bunch of entities in different currencies, a whole bunch of US locations, but I've got a few foreign locations. So I've got the currency, which is a standard field, and then I've got the text1 field, and maybe in the text1 field I've just put what GL system they use. So some of our locations use PeopleSoft, some use SAP, a few use JD Edwards. Okay, so I can write a member list that basically says, just give me everyone where the currency is not US dollars, and I'll get a list of all of my foreign locations without having to write a member list. Similarly, I can do the same thing with that text1 field. So if I pull all of my base entities where the text1 is SAP GL, then I can get a list of all of my entities that use SAP as their general ledger system without having to go write or having the administrator write a member list, write code, write a rule to do the member list. Because this is something that you can do simply in a cube view, which is a report, or end users can even use this same functionality if they're doing ad hoc analysis in Excel. So nice way to do member lists and potentially even complicated member lists without actually having to rely on writing a member list rule.